Gedig 8, Krokodil, geskryf deur Johan de Lange, en hy het hierdie gedig geskryf vir Ina Rousseau. Ina Rousseau was sy mentor, en sy was bekend vir haar natuurgedigte. Kom ons gaan kyk 'n bietjie dieper na hierdie gedig. Die titel van hierdie gedig sê vir ons alles. Die gedig handel oor 'n krokodil. Ons het reeds gesê dis geskryf vir Ina Rousseau, Johan de Lange se mentor. Dit is nie 'n spesifieke krokodil nie, maar wel oor die algemeen. Die gedig beskryf vir ons hoe 'n krokodil in die water en op land lyk. In die gedig gebruik die digter verouderde en argaïese woorde. Dit is ou taal, old language. Die tema in hierdie gedig, the theme, is die kommersiële uitbuiting van die natuur deur die mens, commercial exploitation of nature by man. Ook die vernedering van die dier, the humiliation of animals. In die natuur is die krokodil 'n gevreesde en 'n geslepe roofdier, maar hy kan homself nie beskerm teen die mens nie. So basically in nature, a crocodile is a predator and feared by human and animals alike, but yet it cannot protect itself against man. Hy word gereduseer tot 'n handsak waarin kleinighede rondgedra word. The crocodile is eventually reduced to a handbag in which small things are then carried around. When you look at this poem on the piece of paper or also in the textbook, you'll see the format of the poem in which it is written. Short verses or short lines, so that it almost gives you the impression that it is in the form of a crocodile. Let's go and have a look. In strofe 1. Die krokodil hang aan sy gimmer oë van die watervlak. Oë van 'n kat, vertikaal gekeep, hang hy aan sy snoet. So when a crocodile lies in the water, in the first stanza, beskryf hoe die krokodil op sy prooi lê en wag in die water. 'n Prooi is a prey. Hy lê en wag. En hy is in die water. So it basically describes the crocodile in the water lying and waiting for his prey. So as he is lying in the water, it looks like he hangs from his eyes and his nose. Reg? Just picture it in your mind the way a crocodile lies in the water. The only part that you can see is the eyes, a little part of the nose, and then it looks like he's hanging from the water level, die watervlak. Reg. Die oë van 'n kat. Oë van 'n kat, vertikaal gekeep. Hierdie is 'n metafoor. Dit word vergelyk, so die krokodil se oë word vergelyk met die oë van 'n kat. Vertikaal gekeep, so the eyes of a crocodile and the eyes of a cat look almost the same. They have a vertical pupil in the middle of the eye. Okay, that is an eye. Reg? Gemmer is ginger, that is the color of an eye. It's like a red gold type of color. Goed. So this is the first metaphor that we get here. Oë van 'n kat, which is also, by the way, a predator. So the crocodile is being compared, or the eyes of the crocodile is being compared to those of a cat. 'n Growwe stuk boomstomp, die romp en pote dryf roerloos, look at the enjambement, onder, roofdier van die water. Reg, 'n growwe stuk boomstomp, hier kry ons 'n tweede metafoor, so die krokodil se romp en pote. So die romp is basies sy lyf, his body, en pote, his legs, word vergelyk met 'n boomstomp. Vergelyk met 'n boomstomp, with a trunk of a tree. Reg, that's what he looks like in the water. Roerloos, motionless. Right, so in the water, kom ons skryf net hier, in die water, beweeg die krokodil gracieus. He moves graciously in the water. Reg? Hy is roofdier van die water. All the animals are scared of him. Reg? Roofdier van die water, he is the boss. Op wag vir die wulp of die ekster of die vet kikvors op die kaaimansblom of die bont rietpadda met kookbene. Kyk al die enjambemente, reg? Dit is net om die gedig te laat vloei. So the one line flows into the next line, and this way it is all put together as a unit. Reg? First of all, this line here, op wag, let's just talk about that. He is waiting for his prey. So when you are waiting for someone, dan sê ons gewoonlik, jy wag op iets. But in this case, he is not waiting on something. Dit sê op wag. Met ander woorde, he is on guard. Right. So dit is meer aktief. Right. He is actively waiting like a soldier. Goed. Dan die name van sy prooi, die diere wat hy daar eet, klink eksoties. En dit skakel alles in by die archaïese woorde. So the names of the prey that he is waiting for, and we're going to go through the list now, basically fits in with the archaic old language, which all shows us that this crocodile is an antique old animal that hasn't changed over millions of years. Kom ons gaan kyk na die prooi. Reg. Die eerste een wat ons kry is 'n wulp. Nou, 'n wulp is 'n curlew. En dit is a type of bird that lives by the water. Sorry about that. 'n ekster is a magpie, which is a black and white bird. 'n kikvors is a very old word for a frog, and a frog in Afrikaans is 'n padda. Reg. Kaaimansblom is a blue water lily, and also interesting about this word is that this part of the word kaiman is actually a South American crocodile. Reg. Die bondrietpadda is a reed frog en hierdie kwikbene sê basies net vir ons dat hierdie padda baie vinnig kan spring. It can jump very fast. So the crocodile has to be quick to catch him. In strofe 2 beskryf dit vir ons hoe die krokodil uit die water beweeg. Goed, hoe beweeg hy uit die water? So in stanza 1, he was lying in wait in the water. Now he's moving out of the water. Beweeg hy, dan trappel die stert en pote 'n ligvoetse onderwaterse ballet. Reg. So this first line here, beweeg hy, is an example of inversie. Inversie is when we swap the word order of a sentence. It's supposed to be hy beweeg, but now he's saying beweeg hy. And this is simply to emphasize the word beweeg. So we are emphasizing the fact that he is now moving. Where he was lying still in the water, now he is moving. Trappel is just the way that he is moving, die stert en die pote, 'n ligvoetse onderwaterse ballet. When he is still in the water, he is light-footed. Reg? He is light-footed in the water like an underwater ballet. Underwater ballet. And this, you will see, is in direct contrast with the 4 lines that follow. The 4 lines to follow. Let's go and have a look at them. Op land, sy maag laag teen die sand, krink sy hakke in 'n komieklike lomp waggel. Reg. So op land, this is where he is now, he's out of the water on the land. Sy maag laag. Remember, a crocodile has very short bent legs, so his stomach basically is on the ground when he is walking on land. Right. Sy maag laag teen die sand, krink sy hakke. Goed. So dit beteken sy hakke, his heels krink, they bend as he is walking. Reg? Hy lyk komieklik. He is comical. He looks funny the way that he is walking. Lomp is clumsy. Waggel means to waddle. Right, so can you see how he goes from light-footed in the water, an underwater ballet, to a comical, clumsy waddle. Reg. En jy moet dit natuurlik in Afrikaans kan sê. So jy moet kan sê van 'n ligvoetse onderwaterse ballet tot 'n komieklike lomp waggel. Reg. So lees dit bloot van die gedig af. Hy lê in die son met sy bek oop, met sy antieke tydlose gryns om hom klik en gons insekte. So once he's out of the water on the land, what does he do? Reg, hy lê in die son. He lies in the sun. Met sy bek oop, with his mouth wide open. Met sy antieke tydlose gryns. So antieke, antique, tydlose, timeless, reg. So these two words just tell us dat die krokodil oor miljoene jare nog nie verander het nie. Oor miljoene jare dieselfde gebly het. Reg, haven't changed over a million years. Good. Gryns. A gryns is like a grin. Reg? It looks like a laugh, but it is cruel. Cruel in Afrikaans is wreed. Reg? So die gryns, a crocodile is not a friendly animal. We're scared of a crocodile. And this grin on his face is a cruel grin. Alright? So it puts people off of a crocodile. What happens around him? Om hom klik en gons insekte. So klik en gons means insects swivel and hum around him. Dan kry ons in die volgende reël 'n bietjie van 'n wending, a slight change in the poem. Nou is dit sy. So nou is dit die wyfie krokodil, the female crocodile. Reg. Sy lê haar eiers sluw in die grond. Uitoor lê selfs die sluwe marabou met sy snoeperige snavel. So from the male crocodile, we are now with the female crocodile. She lays her eggs slyly. Goed, sy is skelm. She is sly. In die grond. She hides her eggs. Uitoor lê, she outsmarts even the clever marabou. A marabou is a stork who loves crocodile eggs. Met sy snoeperige snavel, kyk jy alliterasie, sy snoeperige snavel, reg? Snoeperig means greedy, reg? Of suinig. He doesn't like to share. Good. So even though the crocodile is very clumsy on land, the female crocodile uses her skills to slyly hide the eggs away from other predators. Right. So they are still very capable. Right. Let's look at stanza 3. And this is where we get a dramatic change in the poem, 'n dramatiese wending. Goed, opgesnipper en uitgeknip, gepoleer, gepatroon en fyn gestik. Kom ons stop net eers daar. Kyk net die alliterasie van die P's, opgesnipper, uitgeknip, gepoleer, gepatroon en fyn gestik. Dis kort klanke, reg? En woorde. Waarmee het ons nou hier te doen? Opgesnipper means cut into small pieces. The same with uitgeknip, cut into small pieces. Gepoleer, polished. Gepatroon, patterned. Polished and patterned. En fyn gestik, finely stitched. So this crocodile is now being turned into a handbag. Word hy iets ligs, he becomes something light. Right, something light. Nou al hierdie kort klanke en die I of die klank se assonansie dui alles op die vervaardigingsproses, the production process of how these handbags are being made. Just think of the sounds of the machines and the stitching of how these handbags are being made. Opgesnipper, uitgeknip, gepoleer, gepatroon, fyn gestik word hy iets ligs. Reg. Oor 'n vroulike skouer geglip, maak hy oop en toe, om allerhande kleinighede te sluk. Goed, so hy word iets ligs, something light. So die iets ligs is in kontras met die swaar krokodil, because a crocodile is very heavy. Now he is something light that goes over a woman's shoulder. Hy maak oop en toe, like the mouth of a crocodile, soos die bek van die krokodil. Remember when he was lying on the land and with his mouth wide open? Now the handbag opens and closes, om allerhande kleinighede in te sluk. Klein items word daarin gebêre. Klein items, small stuff, nothing important. So this big, bad, scary predator of the water has now become simply a handbag that has been polished, patterned, and stitched, destroyed by the production process of man. Please have a look at your references, Sprake of Sprook en ander gedigte, for examples of questions and answers on this poem, Crocodile. Thank you.